In the first part of algebraic expressions, we'll learn the concepts. The first concept is that of a constant. A symbol or a symbol which has a fixed value is called a constant. For example, a number 8, number 23, which doesn't change will be a constant. Whereas variable is a symbol which doesn't have a fixed value. For example, we say x, y, z, a, b, c, p, q. Whatever we take in the maths as x, y, z, these are variables. The value could change. For example, if x is the height of a person, it may be 10 centimeter, it can be 15, 20. It may increase or decrease based on the person we select. Also, a combination of a constant and variable is also a variable. For example, 5 is a constant and x is a variable. 5x is also a variable because it depends upon the value of x. 5 plus x is also a variable, and so on. The third thing here is term. A term is a number or a variable or a combination of both. For example, if I say 7, it's a constant and also a term. X, a term as well as a variable. 5x, it's a variable, but it's a term. So these things are called as terms. So constant, variable and term, we should be clear. Once we are clear with these, algebraic expression is a single term or a combination of many terms, 2 or 3, followed by plus or minus. For example, 5 minus y is a term, is an algebraic expression which has two terms, 5 and y followed by a minus sign. 3x square minus 5x. Here 3x square is a term, 5x is another term, and together they form an algebraic expression. And so are the other examples. Now, how we find out that we need to understand how many terms are there in each expression. Let's take an example. 5x cube minus 8xy plus 7y square. It is an algebraic expression wherein there are three different terms because they are followed by plus or minus. So this 5x cube is one term, 8xy is another term, and 7y square another term. So there are three terms. Now try the same thing for the next example. 4xy square plus 8xy minus 7y square plus 5. Yes, here we will have four terms because they are followed by three plus minus signs. Now, another important concept in algebraic expressions is called as the classification of algebraic expressions into monomial, binomial, trinomial and polynomial. What is a monomial? An expression which has only one term. So for example, we say 8x, 7x, 11x, 12y, where there's only one term, that is called as monomial. What is a binomial? It will have two terms. So when I say 8x plus 4y, 8x square plus 7y square, these will have two values, two terms. This is binomial. Whereas if I see there are three terms, for example 8x plus 4y plus 2z, this will be a trinomial. So classification is on the basis of number of terms. Remember, you need to see how many pluses is there. We do not consider multiplication or division because multiplication and division make it one term only. Polynomial is something where you have normally more than three terms. That will be a polynomial. Now let's understand another important concept. Now let's start with another important concept called as degree of polynomial. Now we need to find out degree of polynomial into two ways. First is when the polynomial only contains one variable, and second is when the polynomial contains more than one variable. When I say only one variable, it means the entire equation is either in terms of x or in terms of y, doesn't have any other variable. So let's take an example of polynomial containing only one variable. For example, 3x square minus 8x plus 4 is a polynomial and it has only one variable x. Here we need to check power of each term. 4 के अंदर कोई x नहीं है, so 0 है power x का. 8x में x raised to nothing means x raised to 1, so power 1 है. 3x square में x का power 2 है. So between these three terms 0, 1, 2, the highest power is 2. So the highest power of a variable is the degree of the polynomial. So you will write, therefore degree of polynomial is 2. It's very simple. Now in the second concept, when the polynomial contains two or more variables, in such concept, what we need to do is we need to understand that we have to find sum of powers of all variables. And then the highest sum of power is the degree. Let's take an example. 7x cube y raised to 4 minus 8x square y raised to 3 z raised to 4 plus 5x raised to 4 y cube z. Now here if you see the first term, 7x cube y raised to 4, here x ka power is 3, y power is 4, you add 3 plus 4, it becomes 7. Take the second term of minus 8x square y cube z raised to 4, x power is 2, y power is 3 and z power is 4. You add 2 plus 3 plus 4, you get 9. And similarly, you add for 5x raised to 4, y raised to 3 and z raised to 1. Nothing means 1. So power is 4 plus 3 plus 1, which is 8. Now we have three values, 7, 9 and 8. And the highest of them is 9. So therefore, degree of the polynomial will be 9. Understand the concept. Now the next concept is called as coefficients. So in the coefficients, what you need to see is whatever term is given. For example, here 7xyz is given. Whatever term we are asking. So if the 7 is the coefficient of xyz, if I consider yz का coefficient क्या होगा? Whatever remains, 7x the coefficient of yz. If I say what is coefficient of z, it will be 7xy. And if I ask you coefficient of xz, it will be 7y and so on. This is what you have to remember in the concept of coefficients. In the last part of this, we understand what is like and unlike terms. Now, for example, those who have same terms, for example, 6xy square minus 8xy square. Here the terms of the variable component, or what we call it as the literal coefficients, if they are the same, then they are like terms. So 6xy square minus 8xy square, 15xy square, all these are like terms. Similarly, 8xyz, 9xyz, 6xyz, these are all like terms. Whereas the unlike term is x square y and xy square. Both are different because here the power of x is 2, where the power of x is 1. Thank you.